Hello Cancer, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And that way you won't miss any of the weekly tarot forecasts that we do for your sign. All right, so let's check out the first card for the day. What is the message that's coming through for you? All right, we've got a Prince of Cups here. So let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread and see what is going on with that Prince of Cups. What is the energy with that figure? We see another court card here. We see, quite a bit of water and air, I think, just at first glance. But let's do our confirmation card. I think today for the confirmation, let's go with Rider-Waite-Smith. And these are all pre-shuffled, but we'll just do a quick shuffle. And that will be our confirmation card. Now, we're not going to look at that until the very end. So stick around till the end of the video, and we're going to see if that will tie the reading together, give us that confirmation that we need, reveal that last kind of piece of the puzzle, that last key that we need, right? So let's take a look at this Prince of Cups and this Six of Swords. So first off, I think this Prince of Cups is representing you right now. I think that there is kind of some uncertainty with how you feel about things in general right now. I think that you might be in some ways masking your true feelings in some situation. Now, looking at some of the rest of the cards here, this may be a work situation. I guess there's a chance it's like a romantic, like a love situation, you know. But I'm really getting this feeling like it's work-related. And I think outwardly, you're very friendly, you're very, you're a team player, you're very amicable, very agreeable, very outgoing, friendly, kind of get along with everyone. But I think beneath the surface, there are some maybe hurt feelings, maybe some animosity, maybe a little bit of resentment going on. I feel like your outward-facing persona is a lot different than how you really feel on the inside. I think you're really concealing some deeper feelings here in this situation. And it may be that you're not quite certain how you feel, or with this Six of Swords, you're still trying to work out how exactly you feel. You're trying to sort it out intellectually, right? Now, there may have been some sort of event, some sort of like negative situation, some negative energy that went on in this situation, in this domain, if this is a work thing. Something happened there that kind of soured your perspective, soured your feelings a little bit for this group of people, for this situation, for this group, right? And I think you're still trying to put forward a friendly face, still trying to be cooperative, team player, still trying to kind of blend in and still work harmoniously. But there's something beneath the surface, something that's being concealed that is a lot different than that, right? That's kind of like almost a polar opposite to these friendly feelings. You just kind of don't like these people for whatever reason. Maybe something happened. It seems with some of these other cards, it seems like something may have happened. There may have been one particular event or a series of events that have kind of led up to this. But now we've got this Six of Swords, and I really think this is you trying to sort out how you feel and sort out what you're going to do about it, because I don't think you can stay in this situation for very much longer. I don't think that you'll be able to sustain this kind of friendly, cooperative mask for very much longer, because it's not who you really are. It's not how you feel. So I think this week you're really working on this plan, maybe an exit strategy. And again, this could be in terms of your relationship, but the signs that I'm seeing suggest that it might be a work situation. It could be a living situation. Maybe you have roommates. I don't see it involving your romantic life, but more of a platonic relationship or a professional relationship with some other folks. Okay. And so again, I think you're really trying your best to conceal how you really feel in this situation in regards to these people. But it's getting a little bit more difficult to keep that mask on. So this week is really about planning, creating an exit strategy, making this map or this blueprint that will solve this situation, whether that's, switching departments, switching, locations, or getting out of this company altogether. The company of coworkers or the company of roommates, family members possibly. I don't see a strong indication that it's anyone that you have a close familial bond with, romantic bond, or any kind of an emotional bond really. So I see this as more of a professional or platonic situation. Okay. But this week's all about strategy. This week is really about trying to figure out how much longer you're going to be able to sustain this Prince of Cups attitude, or that strategy, right? That tactic, perhaps. And what your plan will be for the future, how you are going to get yourself out of this, right? Get to a situation that's more complementary to you, it's more beneficial to you, that's more wholesome, more holistic, and that will foster your well-being, right? So again, this could have been going on for some time, and because in the recent past we have this Three of Discs. And I think that this is a company, either a professional company or a group of people that you've really put a lot of your blood, sweat, and tears into. So I feel like maybe you've been with this company for a long time. Maybe you've been involved with this group for a long time, or living with those roommates for a long time. I think you've really put in a lot of effort. You've really committed to it, body, mind, heart, soul has been all about this. You've put in a lot of effort, a lot of work. And that could be part of the issue here of why there is this situation in general, right? Because you've had a lot of time with this company, this group, put in a lot of effort, you've given a lot of yourself to this. And now whatever has happened that has soured your feelings about it, well, now it's, kind of a dilemma for you because you've put so much of yourself into this. How easy is it going to be to just leave now? And should you be the one that has to go? So there was something that happened. Something that happened, I think, that has really caused this kind of decay of these relations. It could have been at one time you felt a lot of joy, a lot of pleasure, a lot of satisfaction in this company, this group. It could be that it really was fulfilling, satisfying. You really felt good about it. But now that good feeling seems like it's kind of it's just decaying. It's just rotting away, right? And it's really souring the taste that you have for this group of people. Now, I don't know what this event really was. We see some, with all the water, I think, that we have here, which we've got a good amount of water. I think it was a situation where you weren't treated fairly and you were hurt emotionally by that. It was something that to be rather simplistic about it, kind of hurt your feelings. And I don't think it's ever been rectified or acknowledged. And so it's still lingering. And I think you feel, rightfully so, that you've put so much of yourself into this company, into this work, into this group of people, this organization, whatever it is. And maybe leave me some comments. Let me know how this is resonating with you. Definitely hit that like button if you're still here. hit the like button. If it resonates, please subscribe. So I wonder how long you've been with this organization or this company, and how recent this event was, or this series of events where you feel disrespected, you feel maybe unrecognized, you feel slighted. And I think it's really just, it rather hurt your feelings. And now it really has soured your relations with this organization, this group of people. I think that the joy you once felt with them, with that group, that organization, is gone. I feel like now it is just kind of, like I said, rotting, decaying. It's not nourishing anymore. You know, when things have decayed and rotted to that degree, it's no longer fit to consume, right? So I think this is what's lingering over the energy, the reading today, is this kind of disappointment that things have gone in this direction, because, again, you really gave a lot of yourself to this organization. And at one time you had a lot of joy and pleasure and satisfaction with this organization. And now it's kind of a shame that it's come to this point, right? But I think what is in the immediate future is this Eight of Cups. See some more water here. So this really is about how you feel. It's about your emotions and kind of how you feel you've been mistreated, perhaps, in this situation. So with this Eight of Cups, excuse me, I'm looking at this disc here, which we'll get to that in just a moment. But with this Eight of Cups, I feel like if this situation lingers much longer, it's going to really bleed out into the rest of your life, right? It has the potential to really throw you in a depression, like just a general feeling of malaise and melancholy. Because not only has your joy and pleasure kind of decayed and withered away with the Seven of Cups in terms of this relationship that you have with this organization, your place within that organization. But now it has the potential to really drain your joy and pleasure and satisfaction and love from your life in general, right? So with the Eight of Cups here, it's that joy that you still have left in life that is kind of under threat now. Because this situation, it's hard to keep, when things get this bad, it's hard to keep it just at work, right? It's difficult not to bring it home with you. And so the Eight of Cups, the joy is kind of being sucked away from you, and it's difficult not to let that affect the rest of your life, the other areas of your life outside of your relationship with this group of people, right? It's difficult not to take that home with you. And that's what this card is representing, the potential for this to really start affecting you in other ways. Start affecting your overall sense of pleasure and happiness. Start affecting the type of relation, the quality of relationship that you have with other people outside of this organization. And just your general feeling of happiness is going to be, I think, under threat should this situation continue. Now, the good news is, with this Ace of Discs, I've been waiting to get to this Ace of Discs. This is just beneath the surface. This is something that's kind of in the back of your mind, maybe a little bit unconscious. This is, I feel like, this is this sense that you've wanted to leave this place, this company anyway, right? That you've been looking for new opportunities. You've been looking for a new place to kind of express your talents, to utilize your skills. You've been looking for a new business or a new company to join, to work for, to start. So I think that regardless of this kind of emotional, feeling-based situation, you've been wanting to go anyway. and start something new, start something different, start your own business, join up with a bigger, better company, whatever the case is. This seed was already planted in the back of your mind or in your heart, in your soul. You're kind of looking for a reason to go anyway, right? I think you've had this desire to go do something new in terms of your physical work, your career, right? Your employment. And this could be your own business. It could be a side business that you've always wanted to start, but you've been putting in all this blood, sweat, and tears into this one that you haven't really done much with this idea. So I think you kind of want to go anyway, go off on your own, do something new, something different. And this is just underneath the surface. This might not be something that you're consciously aware of until now, perhaps, that who cares what's going on with that situation? Who cares that you've been disrespected? Maybe that is just an outward manifestation of your own desire to leave and start something new, go in a different direction, try a new opportunity, right? So maybe this is just the catalyst that you need to go and explore this Ace of Discs, this seed of that new opportunity, that business, that work, that project, whatever it is that you've kind of always wanted to do. And maybe it's not anything specific. Maybe you've just have known for some time that you want to get out of there. You want to do something different. You want to try something new. Maybe you're not sure what that is, but you have this instinct that your time is kind of up here. Your business is kind of finished here. And again, maybe that is somewhat represented by this Seven of Cups, where it's just the joy and pleasure that you once had is gone, right? The satisfaction that you had is gone. The time has kind of run its course. The time is coming to a close, right? Things are just kind of overripe now. You've overstayed, perhaps. And you have this instinct to go and do something new. And again, maybe you don't know what this is. Maybe this is just that feeling that you have that it's time for something new. And that's a little scary because, you're leaving something that you've been with for so long. Who knows what the future is going to hold, what this new adventure will be like. But let's take a look at the path of the serpent and see if we can get a little idea of what more might be there in terms of what you're hoping to do with this energy, or how you might transition from this rather emotional situation, this maybe mistreatment, maybe unfair treatment, how you're going to transition from that, maybe using this instinct to go in a new direction anyway, to manifest something for yourself in the future, right? To continue along your path. Because again, I don't think you can stay in this situation for very much longer, because I think it is going to just keep bringing you down, right? So the first card on the path of the serpent is the Prince of Discs. And this is representing your overall energy, but I think this is the overall energy for you once you get out of this situation and you kind of make whatever choice needs to be made here, right? Should you stay or should you go? Basically, that's it. But should you choose to go with this Ace of Discs, then you're going to be transitioning into this Prince of Discs mindset. And this is telling me that there's going to be a lot of hard work, a lot of planning, of strategizing, a lot of trying and failing, a lot of hard work, some struggle. And the interesting thing that we have here is, so with the Prince of Discs, this is the air quality of the earth element, right? So we have the air, the swords. Remember I said that this was coming in the future. This was what's needed pretty much this week, was this strategy, this planning, figuring out what you're going to do, make a map, make a blueprint, make a plan. So this is the heir of this Ace of Discs. So we have the heir of the Earth here. And that is kind of crystallized in this one figure, this heir of Earth, Prince of Discs. So I think it really is taking this energy here that we're seeing that's kind of coming out of this rather emotional situation on the path of the dove, right? Because we have all these water cards. And again, I'm going to get an overhead camera soon so you can see what I'm seeing so I don't have to try to hold 101 cards. So this work situation, right, with the Three of Discs is very emotional. That's what's going on. That's the situation now. But coming out of that is this heir of Earth situation. This taking this impulse to start something new, this impulse to take a new direction, start your own business, start with a different company, work on some other project, focus your physical energy somewhere else through this planning, strategizing, organized, clear thinking, right? You have to put an end to that emotional situation so that you can think clearly. And this new business, whatever this new opportunity, whatever this is a seed of, will have the best chance to grow because of this heir here, right? This clear thinking, strategizing, create a strategy, an exit strategy from all of this emotion, but then create that business plan for your future, right? In this discs kind of mode. And that is exactly what we see with this Prince of Discs. This is someone who is working on that new project, right? Working on growing that seed into some sort of success. And doing that with clear thinking, planning, great communication. So I think this Prince of Discs really is the transition from that emotional situation that you're in now into this new path, this new business, this new project, whatever it is that you're kind of going to head toward, right? Does that make sense? Is that resonating with you? Now, the next card that we see this is how you relate to other people right now. And this is that Three of Swords. This is sorrow, grief. This is the pain that we experience when we are dwelling on this past experience, right? Because it's the swords. It's still in our mind. It's us thinking about this situation and kind of feeling that heartbreak or that grief or that pain all over again. Kind of reliving it in our minds, right? With our thoughts. And so this is telling me that once you make this transition and you embark on this new path, and you go from being this Prince of Cups to this Prince of Discs, you transition your thinking from this emotional situation, this pain, this hurt, this mistreatment, transition your thinking into this new business, new adventure, this success, this work thinking. You make that transition, right? Beware of this Three of Swords. Beware of your mind trying to rehash what happened, relive it again, because then you're going to go right back into that water, that cup energy, and you're just going to start to feel all of this nastiness again. And this, I think, is a real possibility. This is a real tendency, especially because this is so much water over here, and you are so much all about this water situation for some time. It's going to be really tempting to go back to it mentally, in your mind, right? And you're going to feel that hurt and that pain all over again. We don't want that. So this is something really to be aware of, because I think this is going to potentially be affecting your path of the serpent here, right? And it's going to be potentially drawing you back into this situation and your, again, this position, your relationship with what happened in the past, that painful experience, that mistreatment, that unfair treatment, whatever it was. So be on the lookout for this Three of Swords. Now, the next card is in the position of your fears, worries, concerns, and maybe the obstacle that you have to get over, maybe the one thing that's going to be a little bit of a hurdle on your serpent path here. That's the Two of Discs. This is a couple of things. This could be your reluctance to start something new in terms of business and you know, employer relations and you know, work and finances and that sort of thing. It's kind of a little bit of an apprehension to get back involved with other people in a new setting, a new business. Either you're going to go work for a new company or start your own company. But it's that kind of reluctance that you feel because what if you're right back into this situation again, right? What if the same thing kind of happens again? What if it is just kind of a repeating of this water issue and you've just transitioned out of it, right? And you have the potential to still be lingering there mentally and reliving that pain. And then you have this apprehension of kind of getting involved with another group of associates, a new company or whatever, and having it be the same kind of thing. So this is that hurdle. This is that, you know, you don't want history to repeat itself, but you still have to keep moving forward and hopefully with the knowledge and experience of what happened before, this won't be an issue again in the future, right? And then this also is that the hesitancy that I think you're feeling for making this move, making this transition, because Three of Discs, Two of Discs, Three of Discs. Because you've been with this company so long, you have seniority, you have a lot of longevity there. It's pretty secure, pretty stable thing. It's reliable. I mean, you've maybe been with this group, with this organization for years. So there's a fear of change there. There's a fear of losing that stable thing that you had and going out on this new adventure that has so much uncertainty, so much unknown about it. But this is that obstacle that you have to overcome. If you're going to make this transition, you're going to get yourself out of this watery situation, this nastiness. You've got to overcome this fear of kind of changing your path, right? Changing where you're headed, changing what you're doing, and who you're doing it with. Okay, so this is that obstacle to overcome. And now we get to the final card on the path of the serpent here, and this is the culmination of all of this energy. Because what was the one thing missing from all of the cards that we looked at already? What was the one thing that we didn't see? Well, we've got the water, got the air, a lot of water. We've got the air, the earth, more air and earth, more water. So one thing we don't have. We don't have any fire. We don't have any motivation. We don't have any like kick-ass energy, you know? Like that fighting spirit, that competitive edge. And that's exactly what we see with the Five of Wands. This is you not taking any more shit. Not putting up with all this nastiness, all this water. This is you standing up for yourself. This is you fighting for what is right. And since this is at the end of the path of the serpent, this is you overcoming any struggles that you see on your new path, in your new direction, using this fiery spiritual energy, this vitality, this excitement and enthusiasm, this kick-ass attitude. Right? This is that fire that we are lacking. This is that motivation, that excitement. Right? You don't have to put up with that crap. And you don't have to be fearful of making these changes and taking a risk and going after something new. And this is the fire that is going to allow you to break down the obstacles, to overcome your fear of change or of re-experiencing similar mistreatment, unfair treatment. So this is really the key. Now I wonder if our confirmation card is going to be more fire, right? It could be. It could be. I would love to see some more fire here. You know, I think I would also love to see maybe an Empress card, maybe some sort of really satisfying and fulfilling water element, right? To kind of bring us around full circle. But I also like where we're going with this fire. I think we need that energy. We need that strength and that enthusiasm. And again, just that kick-ass attitude, right? So let's see. Let's see what this card could be. Oh, all right. This is that Five of Swords. So I think this, you know, this is really, I think it's a good confirmation. It's not what I was expecting, but I think this is even better than that. This is really saying that not only are you going to conquer this situation, right? Not only are you going to use your fiery Five of Wands in a more intellectual way with communication, right? And logic and intelligence and that exchange with other people, you're going to be able to defeat this watery element. All of this nastiness over here, you're going to be able to conquer that. You're going to be able to defeat that, right? And that's kind of what we see with that figure there. You've kind of bested everybody. And you're doing that through your communication, through your planning, through this Six of Swords, this air here, this air of earth, right? This Prince of Discs energy. So you're really going to overcome this nastiness, this situation that maybe we're in right now, right? You're going to conquer that. Not only that, though, you are going to also conquer your own mind, your own thoughts. You're not going to allow yourself to relive that situation mentally in your imagination. You're not going to dwell on it mentally and allow it to bring you down again. You're going to conquer your own mind, your own thinking, right? And not only that, the Five of Swords here, you're going to defeat this fear of change, this fear of going out on your new path, this fear of maybe falling back into this kind of nastiness that we saw on the path of the dove. So yeah, the Five of Swords is a really wonderful confirmation. And it really is interesting that it kind of goes right along with this Five of Wands, right? The Five of Wands is that fighting spirit, that fighting energy and enthusiasm, that kick-ass attitude. And this Five of Swords is you taking that kick-ass attitude and actually kicking ass, right? Actually defeating your opponents. Using your mind, using your plan, your strategy, and really, whatever this is going to be, whatever this was the seed of, right? Whatever this is going to be, whatever this new path is that you're on, you're going to dominate. You're going to kick ass. It's going to be great. You're going to defeat anything that may come to challenge you, right? And that's going to be through your own skill, your own hard work and energy. And I think that's a wonderful confirmation. I think we're going to look at this a little bit more in the extended just to see if there are any other messages that are coming through. But Cancer, I want to thank you very much for letting me read for you today. If you want to watch the extended, you can become a member to this channel. The information is down in the description box. I thank you so much for watching this reading today, and I hope it resonated with you. This was your weekly tarot forecast on Dove and Serpent Tarot.